Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of Easy Buckets. How's your day going today? I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. For today's video, I got something that I believe you guys are going to absolutely love, especially if you're a Golden State Warrior fan. We're going to be talking about the Warriors off-season blueprint in order for them to get better and win a 2021 NBA championship. The Warriors last season were literally the worst team in the NBA, but next season, coming from the worst, they're gonna be one of the best. With them being one of the worst teams, they ended up getting so many good trading assets that in this offseason, they could be making some crazy moves to develop and advance their roster surrounding Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson. For this video, I want to talk about the Warriors and what they can do, but more importantly, realistic things they can do that would make them better. I want to put myself in the position of a general manager and pretend that I'm making the best moves possible for this franchise. One thing's for sure, next season, the Warriors are easily going to be one of the title favorites and are going to be one of the best teams in the NBA. So if you're a big Golden State Warrior fan, this video is perfect for you. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, my name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. I post about 6 videos per week, and I guarantee you guys are going to love the content that I'm putting out. So be sure to hit the subscribe button, and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watch this video and agree to my blueprint, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. I would really appreciate it. It would really help out the channel a lot. But without wasting any more time, let's go straight into the Golden State Warriors and a realistic offseason for them. Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson are about to make their big return for next season. After Klay Thompson missing the whole season due to an ACL injury and Stephen Curry injuring his hand at the beginning of the season, the Golden State Warriors surely missed their 2 superstars. But now with these 2 players fully healthy and ready to go, the Golden State Warriors are ready to take the NBA by storm. When talking about the Golden State Warriors roster going into 2021, this is who they currently have. Their roster is pretty full. They got Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, they traded for Andrew Wiggins last season, they have Draymond Green, Kevon Looney, Jordan Poole, Alan Smailagic, Eric Paschall, Damian Lee, Marquise Chris, Juan Anderson, and Kai Bowman. The Warriors have a total of 12 players on their current roster, which means in free agency, they can target 3 players and sign them to contracts to make them better. With the Warriors being the worst team in the NBA last season, they were given the rights to the number 2 pick in this year's NBA draft, and with them having this, makes this team much more valuable and just gives them so many options. There has been multiple rumors that the Warriors should trade this first overall pick, but from what we're hearing, they actually might not. In my personal opinion, I believe the Warriors could make a potential trade in this offseason, but also keep this first round pick to make sure that their future is still bright, even going for a championship run this year. So in this video, we're gonna put in the best case scenario that the Warriors are able to keep this first round pick, this second overall pick. So now, let's move on to things I believe the Warriors must do. The first thing I believe the Warriors should do is use their first round pick, the second overall, to draft James Wiseman out of the draft. When talking about all the rookies in this year's draft, there isn't really, a Zion Williamson, a Ja Morant, a LeBron James caliber player, a guaranteed superstar if you draft them in the top 3, but there are some rookies that have great and high potential. James Wiseman fits that category perfectly at that center position, as he's easily the best big man in this year's rookie class. James Wiseman is a 7'1" athletic center weighing 235 pounds, and with the Golden State Warriors lacking a future center they can develop around, James Wiseman could be that guy. A very fun fact to know is that James Wiseman only played 3 games in college last season, and in those 3 games, NBA prospects already said he's an NBA caliber player. He's going to make it. In those 3 games, he averaged 19.7 points, 10.7 rebounds, and 3 blocks per game. James Wiseman is showing not only he can be an offensive weapon, but also a good rim protector. I believe the Warriors must draft James Wiseman at number 2. The next thing I believe the Warriors should do is make a big time trade, and that's trading for DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan fits that category of an NBA player, an NBA All-Star, that wants to be in a better situation and definitely win a championship. After being traded from the Raptors last year, seeing them win an NBA championship, his motivation for a chip is definitely higher and he wants to win now. A report just came out that became very popular. An anonymous agent is saying DeMar DeRozan does not want to be on the San Antonio Spurs next season, which puts the Spurs in a position where they must trade DeMar DeRozan as soon as possible instead of losing him for nothing when he enters free agency next season as an unrestricted player. I believe if this is the case, the Warriors must target DeMar DeRozan as he'll be a great small forward for this team. If the Warriors can offer up Andrew Wiggins and Marquise Chris for DeMar DeRozan, this will help both teams as both teams will be getting what they want. On the Spurs' perspective, they'll be getting younger players of Marquise Chris and Andrew Wiggins they can develop around on a rebuilding squad. And on the Warriors' perspective, they'll be getting a more developed NBA All-Star at that small forward position. DeMar DeRozan is definitely better than Andrew Wiggins. DeMar had a great season this year, averaged 22 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, shooting plus 50% at the field goal line, and I believe putting himself in a situation with the Golden State Warriors will elevate his career. The reason why I love this scenario is because the Warriors could keep their first round pick and also get an all-star in this upcoming offseason. Next up, the Warriors should sign a perfect free agent, and that's signing Dwight Howard. After the Lakers won the NBA championship this year, a report came out that the Warriors have heavy interest for Dwight Howard and want to sign him. In my personal opinion, I believe this is a good pairing if the two can come to a common interest. In the NBA playoffs this year, Dwight Howard showed the NBA and the world that he can be a great defensive anchor. He stopped Jusuf Nurkic, he stopped Nikola Jokic, and stopped Bam Adebayo. He has high value in the NBA, and with the Golden State Warriors being title favorites and Dwight Howard wanting more championships as he is getting older, this signing could be possible. If the Warriors can sign Dwight Howard to a minimum contract or maybe $5 million, I believe Dwight Howard will accept that, as he could easily be the starting center for Dub Nation. Sign Dwight Howard, the Warriors need a little rim protection. The next player I believe the Warriors should target is Danilo Gallinari and sign him with their mid-level exception. After OKC lost in the playoff this year, Danilo Gallinari came out and said this. He says he wants to play for a championship team next season and win as soon as possible because he is getting old and has had 0 shots at an NBA championship. As I mentioned earlier, the Warriors are already becoming title favorites, and if they can offer Gallinari the mid-level exception of about $7 million, sign him to maybe a 2 or 3 year deal, I believe he'll easily accept that. With Gallinari being one of the best shooters at that power forward position, and the Warriors being literally the best shooting team in the NBA, the addition of Gallinari would elevate their 3-point shooting to another level. With him being very versatile, playing the 3, 4, or 5, the Warriors will be getting a great offensive player off the bench to develop their offensive system. I would love to see Gallinari on the Warriors. Let's make it happen. The next free agent has been a very popular opinion, and that's the Warriors signing Jeremy Lin, previous Defensive Player of the Year in China and previously an NBA champion with the Toronto Raptors. Jeremy Lin has been very popular recently because he announced that in this upcoming season, he wants to join the NBA and come back. There are many fans out there that want to see Jeremy Lin come back. I myself am one of those players, and I would love to see if Jeremy Lin could go back to the team that drafted him. When talking about a position the Golden State Warriors lack, they do need a backup point guard off the bench, and Jeremy Lin could fit that spot perfectly. With him and Stephen Curry having such a strong relationship, I believe Stephen Curry had a big part of recruiting Jeremy Lin. Sign Jeremy Lin to a minimum contract, I believe he'll accept that, as he still wants to prove himself on an NBA roster. Bring back Jeremy Lin, I would love to see this happen. So ultimately guys, this wraps up my blueprint for the Golden State Warriors. I believe if the Warriors can get this lineup, they'll have a good shot at an NBA championship next season. At their starting lineup position, they'll have Stephen Curry point guard, Klay Thompson, DeMar DeRozan, Draymond Green, and Dwight Howard at center. When talking about their bench, they'll have Jeremy Lin as point guard, Damian Lee shooting guard, Gallinari small forward, Eric Paschall, and James Wiseman at center, and then having Poole and Smilagic as X factors. Looking at this picture right now, the Golden State Warriors have a lot of options, a lot of depth, and I believe this team could potentially win next season. What's most important to me is I want to know what you guys think. Is this a good blueprint for the Warriors? Let me know all of your thoughts. But other than that, take it easy. God bless. I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!